I want 90% total trophy completion on my PSN profile, and to get there we're hitting the backlog, revisiting older games to bump up that number. Currently we are at 87.69%, and the first game on today's list is Final Fantasy 15. I platinumed this game in December 2016, shortly after it came out, then proceeded to list it on eBay. But thankfully, the Royal Edition complete with all of the DLC was available on PS Plus. And let me tell you, the amount of post-launch content Final Fantasy 15 received is staggering. We're talking as much as 70 hours worth spanning 8 DLC trophy packs. We're gonna clean up as much as we can, but before we begin, there's just one problem you should know about. There are a bunch of trophies for a multiplayer mode called Comrades. And the thing about multiplayer modes is the servers tend to get shut down after some time. What's more is back in 2018, Square Enix reintroduced Comrades, but as a standalone game with a separate trophy list, making the OG list unobtainable, which we're just gonna go and complete anyway. Now I know what you greasy nerds are thinking, but TeknoAXE, your goal is to increase your completion, not add extra lists. Shut up, let me finish. The thing you don't know is I found a way to download old PS4 patches, and it just so happens that if you downgrade to the old patch version 1.26, you can still play Comrades offline and go for 100% in the game. Looks like it's working. I don't really remember anything about this game. The only thing I remember about this story is driving around in a car. There was cooking involved and we fought a giant turtle, like the size of a mountain. Hi, mate.
You're probably wondering what you're doing here.
Absolutely, tell me.
For hearth and home.
Alright, what are we working with here? So how much damage am I doing? Let's have a look. 105 for a stab. Good job, guys. We did it.
Some kids pelted me with cans and called me a dirty niff.
Without our king or crystal, we've got nothing left.
There's nowhere left for us to go but straight to the grave.
Everyone's so disgruntled. Scavenge for meteor shards and restore power to the town. Okay, so there is a trophy for that. We need to get our kilowatts all the way up to... oh, just a measly 9999999. In this world, demons are weak to the light, but when the power went out, the darkness took over. So the burden fell to us, the Kingsglaive, protector of the royal family. We had to restore power and push back the demons while we waited for the king to return. And our strength is directly influenced by the stats of our weapons.
You want weapons? We got lots of them.
What do you got? A katana? I think we have a different definition of lots, buddy. The gameplay is structured as a series of hunts. Defeating monsters earned us materials which were used to upgrade our weapons, and meteor shards to power new areas, which in turn unlocked more hunts and more weapons. That's the loop. Yeah, my magic's pretty weak actually. And to make things easier, each successful hunt was rewarded with a nicely cooked meal. They gave us temporary buffs. Ooh, yes, I do remember the food looked good in this game. Back at base were the people key to our survival.
I suppose I ought to introduce myself.
Okay, not him. I know who you are, Hurley. We gave power to the remodeling station and met Sid, the man who controlled the most powerful device in the kingdom. This puppy is what allowed us to dump hundreds of materials into our selected weapons, increasing their stats and making us stronger. How the device worked was an absolute mystery, and how one operates such a wondrous contraption... you just push a button. Let's see how this upgraded weapon goes. Another hunt and some more grub. By now we had enough energy to power all the facilities in the first area of the Stalum. And with that... ooh, trophy, Beacon of Hope. Okay, that one was easy. But that's not usually how this goes. If you go for platinum trophies, you already know the real enemy isn't difficulty, it's figuring out what the game actually wants from you without ruining the experience. That's why I want to tell you about today's sponsor, Trophy Hunter, a new mobile-first app built specifically for trophy hunters. It gives you clean, spoiler-safe hints under each trophy so you can get unstuck without having the game spoiled. You can filter trophies, hide unmissables, and even share your own tips with other players. If trophy hunting matters to you, check out the Kickstarter link below and support the project if it looks like your kind of thing. Pushing on, we made ourselves useful to the locals.
I need your help with something.
Thanks again for helping out.
I feel like I didn't have a choice.
See a ropeway on your left?
Ropeway on my left.
That's the one.
That's not my left. After some repairs, we upgraded our katana to level 30. There it is, one with your blade, and defended some dude transporting a coffin.
You really saved our hides.
Sure did. In return, the Oracle gave us a gift. So, what's the goss?
I can offer my protection.
The Oracle Sigil? Wonder what that's all about. Oh, another trophy! At this rate, I was pleased with the cadence of trophy pops. At only 90 minutes in, I thought, yeah, this will be sweet. I'll be able to knock this out in a day or two. Ha ha! How wrong I was. How wrong and dashing I was. After a couple more hunts, we were greeted by a celebrity chef. Oh, hello. Another trophy, hey? Thank you, Kenny. Nice moves, by the way.
Hey, Glaive!
Get a load of this. Turns out this kid is a walking encyclopedia.
Remove past judgment on people who didn't repent by smiting them. The name Angel Guard first...
He's a bit of a know-it-all, isn't he? Alright, that's enough. This guy's like the original Chadley. Before every hunt, there were ingredients scattered around the tent for us to take. Food is what revived us were we to go down and battle. Mystery meat tin. I like the sound of that. Klagan wheat or a potato. Don't mind myself a little bit of mystery meat. And after some tinkering, we took on a hunt that was well over our current level. Yeah, this goes way harder. Look how much damage I'm doing now. Before I was doing like 200 damage. What am I doing now with this mace? Now I'm cracking almost 1,000. Oh yeah, 100k damage. Definitely earned a meal after that one. You better cook us something good. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And it was after this exact fight that we received a surprise. Where is he? A visitor, not to be trifled with. There he is. You're famous. This was Dyalla, one of the party members from the main game. A great sword wielding brute. If we could beat him and his buddies, we would unlock the Royal Retinue Rumble trophy. It would be amazing if I beat him first turn. Ooh. Throwing his sword at me. I feel like I need to keep my distance with this guy. Throw it again, buddy.
Try this!
No, no, no. Oh, so close. Making a dent. Ooh, ooh. Upon visiting the other outposts, I was pleased to see the diversity. Children playing in the streets, new stores, open furry fandom, and when we returned to Lestalem, Prompto was waiting for us. Another party member from the main story.
Show me what you got!
I'm not sure how seriously he took the fight, but I forced him into a corner and promptly swatted him into submission.
No more Mr. Nice Guy!
Get out of here, little bro. And then Ignis came to visit.
Sounds like the town is back to its bustling former self.
Look, I don't know where these guys are coming from. Mate, you need to leave. We have it all under control.
That was a most edifying experience.
I guess there's no harm if you stay for a little while.
What's up?
What's up? What's up here? Biggs and Wedge, I know those names. I'm not too pleased with the look of my character. But, I'm just too lazy to do anything about it. We spent the next handful of hours grinding out hunts and running escort missions in this very repetitive game mode. Now I was feeling confident. Now it was time to kick out the riffraff. I think it's time we talk to this blow-in. Alright, buddy. Let's go again, shall we?
Yeah. Nice try!
Oh, god damn. His attacks are really strong, but his health pool isn't that high. I can do some damage.
Nice try!
Oh my god. So his magic's relatively weak. I can withstand a few of those hits. But it's when he swings around and does that really fast attack. That's what one-shots me. Oh, don't heal yourself. The fuck is... Wait, is he blind? I don't remember. Is he blind?
Saw that coming.
I beg to differ, buddy. Okay, so maybe when he's got his guard up, that's when I shouldn't hit him. Yeah, like that. So I'll just wait. There we go. I figured you out, mate. Get out of my town. Oh, trophy.
Can certainly hold your own.
Yeah, take a hike, Ignis. To hurry things along, we decided to talk to a very special character. So apparently in one of the earlier updates, they introduced a new NPC that can be found just over here, a fisherman. Navith was a shrewd businessman. For a price, he would sell us the meteor shards that we desperately needed. With the last town unlocked, it was time to wrap it up. Now that your phone is unlocked, check your inbox from the info menu. I never knew I had a phone.
An image of Angel Guard pops into their heads. And then...
Kid, you talk a lot, okay? I don't know if I believe everything you say. Grok, is this kid full of shit or what? We boarded a boat and sailed to our final destination. Oh my. Shiva, how you doing? Greeted by our welcome party, Bahamut took charge. He drew his mighty blade that was the length of a bus, and we did battle. I feel like I'm not prepared for this. As the fight dragged on, Bahamut grew stronger. Ooh, holy smokes. Wait, let me do a dance, hold on. Nah, he's just getting harder. Not in a good way either. But it was the chain warp that came in clutch. Timing a perfect parry cracked through his defenses, and we unleashed havoc. Oh yes, chain warp. Yeah, he's done. Nice try though.
Your power has been proven. Let it thus be decreed.
Could have just arm wrestled instead. And there's our trophy, cleaving a path. With only one trophy remaining for amassing 1,000,000 kilowatts, it made sense to visit the fisherman, sell everything we had, and use the guild to buy as much energy as we could to pop that trophy. There it is. Little did I know, this decision was going to come back and haunt me very soon. So that is that entire DLC pack, and it took us over 20 hours. I would much rather be playing something else, but it wasn't too bad. So that's the first lot done. I'd like to get these individual episodes done for each of the characters here, but then... What's that? What's this? Collected all royal sigils. Oh, great, there's more. Oh, I didn't see that. There were more Comrades trophies hidden in a sneaky little pack called March 2018 Update. And the trophy Blessed for All for collecting all 13 of the Royal Sigils was really going to make us work. I hope I didn't just own myself by selling everything. I kind of did. No doubt that little error cost me hours of extra grinding to make up for those rare materials I sold. This update now unlocked trainable chocobos that allowed us to explore new areas. And we were after a level 99 chocobo for the Chocobreeder trophy. Finding a chocobo sprite next to a quest means you will get a new chocobo for completing it. And RNGesus decided what level the chocobo starts at, somewhere between level 10 and level 50. We were only interested in level 50 chocobos. Okay, that's done. Give me my chocobo. I would love it if it was a level 50 straight up. Oh, level 40. Good, but not what we need. After a few hunts, we found one. So we hopped over to the stables to train it, but there was one extra wrinkle. The chocobos had personal traits that dictated how they would respond to training. There was only one type that could get us to level 99. And here's our level 50 bird. This bird roosts at the top of the pecking order. I think that's it. So I think that's a good sign. And essentially this is just a mini game where we have to make choices between these different stats and fill up each of the bars. There was an element of risk and reward here. Pushing the chocobo to its limits would result in huge stat gains, but also the chance of injury, which would temporarily slow all training to a halt. Oh, you son of a bitch. I guess we'll keep pushing speed. Nice. After a few minutes, we had trained the ultimate chocobo. That should be the trophy. There it is, Chocobreeder. Good job, birdie. Amongst all the hunts was a special quest where we got to play as Noctis along with the others. A series of battles culminated in a fight against the Behemoth King. Ooh, level 56. Oh, that was a big hit. Yep. Counter. He was down. And if we could replay that mission again with the remaining 3 characters, we would earn the Beacons of Hope trophy. God damn, that was a good 40 minutes. So I guess we gotta run this another 3 more times. So I'm committing at least 2 hours on this. I don't know, maybe it's gonna be a little bit different. We'll see. It wasn't really that different. I mean, the characters played differently. Gladiolus. Not as strong as we all thought you were. But it was the same set of enemies over and over. Let's go, Gladio. Do it!
Any last words?
No last words. Fuck him up. By this point, the grind had worn me down. I was so disengaged with the characters that when I rewatched the footage, I realized I just spent the entire mission rambling about random shit like old school strategy guides, PS2 memory cards, and the lasting impact of my parents' divorce. I was quite poor, so I never bought it. But I did dream of buying that strategy guide. Bros. Where's my bros? Prompto. Thank you, brother. And the only reason I got it was because my parents got divorced and my mum felt bad for me and my siblings, especially me. Version of Heaven and Final Fantasy X is. Anyway, I talk about Final Fantasy X a lot. I love that game. Which is a terrible way to find out you're allergic to latex, let me tell you. Anyway, here we are. Here's the boss. Let's not waste any time.
Try this!
Alright, that's 2 down. Yeah, I'm hoping the next 2 guys take half an hour each at max. That'll be good. Regardless of how long it takes, I'm gonna freaking do it, aren't I? Look, I know he's lacking a bit of size compared to the other guys, but holy shit, I didn't know how to machine gun. What Prompto lacked in strength, he made up for with ranged combat. The bazooka? Whoa!
I never miss!
Well, that's not true.
I never miss!
It's just embarrassing when you say that. You don't need to say that. That's right, big guy, come straight to me. It might have been Prompto's weak vitality, but it felt like the Behemoth King was hitting way harder this time around. Crikey, maliki. Just wait. Let me quickly, oh fuck. Wait, no. Oh God, what the fuck? I just need my rice, just wait. This guy, let me get my rice. Where did I put it? Here. Sweet, okay. Nice one. Clocked in at 30 minutes. Then finally we had Ignis. Bro was in stealth mode all this time, but we finally got to witness his true power. Holy shit, this guy's strong. Oh my god. Who's next? One of the most annoying status effects in the game? No way. Sorry guys, it's smoko time. Look at that multiplier, holy damn. Absolutely busted. I'm done with this one. Show me that shiny. There she is, Beacons of Hope. All that remained were the last 6 Royal Sigils. Collecting some was as simple as unlocking sections of the map. That one's a free one. While others were blocked by high-level hunts. Level 80? What level am I? Oh, I'm level dog shit, that's what I am. And here I was thinking we were like 20 minutes away from the last trophy. And thus began the great grind for some materials I stupidly sold earlier. I crafted a shield with my boy Sid to increase elemental resistance, and dismantled custom weapons in exchange for strength gemstones. 11 hours went by, and we had leveled up. Yeah, doing some pretty good damage now. And had collected all but 1 sigil. In the lone ruined city of Insomnia awaited our final challenge. We restored power and made our way up there, praying that our preparation would pay off.
Ifrit the Infernian. Well, I'll leave you to it. Have fun, and try not to die this time.
Ifrit was one tough cookie. The first half of the fight was manageable, but in the second phase, he just turned into a cunt. It turned into a game of the floor is lava, and it was clear to me that we were not ready. So we returned to farming flame shards to increase our fire resistance, made a few loadout changes, and spammed warp strikes to bring the beast down. This is gotta be it. There it is. And the trophy. All up, comrades took us, I don't know, an entire work week, and I was glad to leave it behind to move on to the character episodes. What do we got? We got Ignis, Prompto, and Areolus. I guess we'll start with this one. All of these episodes take place somewhere during the timeline of the main story. Gladio was on a quest for more power. He wanted to prove that he had what it took to be the King's Shield. Oh, what's your name? Are you Core? There's a trophy for beating you. The trophy is called Transcendence, and this would be the toughest challenge for Gladio. But for now, it was important we picked up all 48 items in one playthrough for the picker-upper trophy. Oh, I should follow the collectible guide. I have it right here.
Only way to go is down.
Thank God for collectible guides. This DLC was just non-stop fighting, and I quite liked it. We had to complete 3 full trials with the mighty Gilgamesh as the final challenge. Yeah, he fucked me up pretty bad. This is one of those fights you're supposed to lose, I guess. Bro, he's only got one arm too. Gladio's simplified combat was a breath of fresh air. Each perfectly timed block fed his rage, turning defense into greater power. Block the shit out of that one. Just up ahead, we learned to rip columns straight out of the ground. Wait up. There's a trophy. I remember there's something about columns. Column Colossus. Uproot all columns. Well, Kratos over here. Whack. This is so over the top. I love it. I love fighting these guys. Oh crap, he can take a beating. Oh goodness. Good gravy. We had made it to the end of the trial and collected everything in our path. So if I've done everything right, this should pop a trophy. There it is, picker upper. We meet again. It was the legendary swordsman Gilgamesh. He tried to get in our head, but this time we were not going to let him get the best of us.
Look how you tremble.
Yeah, at least I can tie my shoelaces. He does have a second arm.
I've still got a few tricks up my sleeve too.
He's bluffing, we don't actually have any tricks. After the first attempt, the job was done. Complete. That was good. We ran through the DLC again in score attack mode. The goal was to get 1,000,000 points for the gold trophy and new Blade Master, but there was also a trophy for getting 500,000, and honestly, the best way to rack up a high score was through constant parries. Let's go, come on, give me another parry. Yeah. Freaking Harry Potter over here. We uprooted some columns we missed the first time, and took on Gilgamesh once again. On guard. God damn it, dude. Why is he taking it so seriously? Fuck. Alright. Look, not too bad. It wasn't the melee we were after, but we weren't too far off the mark. Alright, let's run it back. Yeah, I've got this in the bag. One more fight. Let's get this trophy, boys. Ready or not? Damn.
Any last words?
And there's the trophy. We picked up another trophy for performing 5 team attacks with Core. Yes. And then did some light sparring with the man for the last trophy of the pack. He was no pushover, I'll say that much. The fuck are you throwing at me? Oh my god.
Hard and fast.
No. Oh.
Any last words?
Yes. Okay, let's start Prompto's episode. Isolated and unable to continue, Prompto collapsed in the snow-covered terrain. The world slipped away, and we saw a flashback. Did a backstory, hey? This was pre-Ozempic Prompto. When we awoke, we found ourselves in some kind of research facility with Arden.
We can't have you spilling blood here.
This is when Square Enix decided to get cute and turn Final Fantasy into a subpar shooter. We were introduced to the basics of combat and immediately chose violence. Within minutes, we popped our cherry for stealth killing 3 enemies. There it is, Unseen Assassin. And then begun spamming crack shots, powerful moves that could be performed against stunned enemies.
Right there! How could he do that? What am I?
As we got deeper into the facility, Prompto was faced with the unsettling truth. He was a clone, artificially created by Niflheim scientists as part of an experiment. I don't know if sneaking works when your shoes are this bloody loud. When we reached the evil head scientist, that's all it took. At this moment, a massive mechanical construct began to stir, and Aranea entered the scene.
Save it, Blondie. On your feet.
Together we made for the exit, and in the process completed our 30th crack shot kill.
Perfect.
not the most exciting set piece I've ever done. After setting up camp, the game opened up. We could now do side quests. I didn't know how long the DLC had left, but we still needed 10 mid-battle selfies, so we pulled over for a spontaneous photo shoot before moving on with the story. That's done. Time to leave. We partnered up with Aranea. Alright, hop on. We're gonna go fight something.
Perfect.
Oh, is that him? This was the Kaiser Behemoth, a monster that only spawns during a certain time of day. Yep. Okay, here we go. That did f***ing nothing. What the hell? Fighting this level 99 beast one-on-one is not only stupid, but also really stupid. So with our side chick, is our sidekick, gonna run away, trying to survive this. Pound a phoenix down and revive quick. The game plan was simple. Maintain distance, chuck grenades and hide. And once that meter filled up over time, politely ask Aranea to actually do the work.
Aranea! On it.
Was it emasculating? Sure, but who cares? We got the trophy. Yes. An emperor deposed. As we went to complete the story, we fought off a Magitech gorilla thing before being chased off by a thing that was built for serious pain or serious pleasure. Or both.
It's gigantic.
Very dramatic.
You did good, kid.
Couldn't have done it without you, girl.
The fuck was that about? But that was the story, and it took us just over 2 hours. Trophy. After that, we fought Aranea, and I just want to make it abundantly clear that there is nothing unfair with firing hundreds of shots and RPGs at a woman armed with just a stick. Then we changed gears and went for the trophy Dogged Rider, where we had to earn the top ranking in 3 time trial courses. Okay, something different, hey? These races left very little room for error, but it was over in about an hour. That felt pretty quick. Ooh, that's new. Oh, he's celebrating. Yeah, we got it, haven't we? And with that, Prompto's trophies were done. So I think that's where we'll leave it. We'll get Final Fantasy 15 to 100% eventually, but for now, I think I've had my fill. There are about 30 hours left on this game on top of the 50 plus hours we've already spent on it so far. But we'll come back another time, so let's move on to game 2. And we have Rage 2. Released in May 2019, what stood out to me was how strong the marketing was for this game. I thought the live action trailer was wild, and I really believed it was going to be a good game. I was wrong. The performance was choppy, the gunplay felt sluggish at 30 FPS, and I will never forget how laggy the menus were. See, this is what I mean about cycling through the menus. There's just so much lag. Look, it's me just smashing R1. Anyway, that's not why we're here. But apart from that, the actual structure of the game was okay. We already have the platinum, of course, but what about the DLC trophies? There are 18 all up, plus 3 New Game Plus trophies that, trust me, should never have been added. Now we have to talk about the DLC for a sec, because this is insane. Believe it or not, there is no way to buy this shit outright. You gotta jump through hoops if you want to play this mediocre content, baby. To gain access, we first needed coins. Coins that have never once dipped in price since they dropped 6 years ago. Okay, so how many coins do we need for both DLCs? 2,000. Can we buy 2,000 coins? Of course not, but we can buy 2,500 for 30 bucks. Oh man, it hurts me that I have to do this. Your thumbs up donations are greatly appreciated. After redeeming our DLC, we entered the world. I mean, I love the look of the game. The aesthetics it's like a Mad Max game. It looks sick. Cyberpunky Mad Max kind of thing. Too bad it runs like shit. I don't know why it's giving me a pop-up for literally every mission I've done. This loop went on for 10 minutes before I decided to quit and come back. And that's when we received the distress call.
Is anyone there?
Who is this?
I need help. Please, help me.
Alright, let's get this show on the road then. Our destination was inside an Ark, a top secret shelter set up by the Authority before an asteroid devastated the Earth. But it was a trap.
But did you really think an Ark just came out of the ground by chance?
Her name was Iris, and after a little back and forth, we tried to find our way back to the surface. Hey, who are you? This was Keenan Ford. He wanted me to help him escape in exchange for nothing, actually. He offered nothing. I guess I'll help you. Let me just find that switch. Ah, there we are. I know that because there's a marker here. He told me to meet him at his base.
Hey, you're that ranger that helped Ford escape.
How do you know that? Talk to me. There's our first trophy. Captive. We got the next trophy for completing Keenan's project. In Rage 2, key characters have these unique skill tree things, and since we already had the project points to fill it out... What's that? Friend of Ford.
Coming in here thinking you're all high and mighty, but don't call me bud, pal.
But
Don't call me pal, buddy.
When you're tough enough to clear out the ivory halls, then we'll talk.
Ivory Halls. Challenge accepted, asshole. This game feels inspired by Doom 2016. Oh shit, what the fuck is that? Yeah, but it feels nothing like it. That should do it. That'll show that guy who challenged me to do that. Person I don't know. While Keenan decoded the stolen prison files, our job was to clear locations across the island. The main threat were the ghosts, failed nanotech experiments who were once human. Oh, damn. Oh, can I put him into the fan? Yeah. Shit. I didn't even see that. I was lucky. Alright. Oh, f off. We destroyed large drills in a mining facility. For what reason? I don't know. But it was vital to Iris's plan, so open the core and shoot it. Shotgun melee combo is so good. That's all you need in this game.
And I will do what I must to ensure our bloodline.
What's the twist in the end? Is she going to be us from the future or something? I don't know. I don't really care anyway. Look, I'm having fun though, I have to say. I did come in pretty negative about this game, but I'm enjoying my time with it so far. Trophy within the walls. To get the Ringbender trophy, we had to learn a new ability, so we beelined it to another arc. Oh shit, fucking inside we did a crash course on the Void skill. So let me get this straight, it's a fine ability. Hey, friendly. How does that feel? Keenan was now ready to discuss the next job.
Hey, buddy.
Don't call me buddy, pal. Whisked away to disrupt more of Iris's plans, but we were ambushed. Where'd she go? Why would you give me a warning? And while our hands were full, Keenan's base was under siege, so he rushed back ASAP. I'm coming, Keenan, as fast as I can. The place wasn't looking good. Wow, they just killed everyone.
Keenan!
He uncovered Iris's deadly plan, a rocket that could turn the entire wasteland into her ghost army. We had to strike first, before the world was lost. And Keenan had just the plan.
I'll be on standby.
Thanks, Keenan.
It was a one-on-one fight to the death. We installed the doohickey so Keenan could override the launch remotely, save the world, and sat with Iris as she drifted off into the afterlife. Several trophies from the DLC remained. We nabbed one for finding a new weapon, one for visiting an eco-pod in the overgrown city, we located every airdrop on the map, and finally cleared out all 5 ghost sanctuaries for the trophy Questionable Sanctity.
Alright, that's that.
Time for DLC 2, Terramania. This one was much shorter and frankly, pretty bad.
How gladly you accept the task.
Is this it?
Mangu needs assistance.
Mangu? Alright, Mangu, what have you got for me? Oh, you're like a ghoul. Is that a traffic cone on his head? It all started with something called the Necrodisc. Some goons spun it backwards and it created a portal to an alternate reality called the Deadlands. We acquired a sword, and this very weapon would prove to be the hero of the entire trophy cleanup experience. You'll never guess how, but more on that later. For now, we had one job to do.
It must be repaired and brought home to its shrine.
5 pieces of the record located at 5 different bone towers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This should be piece number 1. I'll be honest, the sword doesn't feel great. I don't like using swords in first person perspective, but we kind of have to if we want to get the trophies. Each bone tower had waves of enemies for us to fight, and in between we faced off against a guardian. Larger, stronger versions of these guys. Once the dust was settled, we collected our prize, a piece of the record as well as a trophy. Obviously, we had combat trophies to think about, like the Flying Skulls trophy, 25 airborne kills with the sword. It was a little wonky to handle, but handling wonky little things is nothing new for me. I have to go for the ones without armor, or maybe soften them up first, like that. These freaking rockets. In the process, we got a different trophy, striking skulls for killing 100 skeletons with a sword. And that was before collecting the second piece of the Necrodisc, which I don't know why, but that just sounds like a bad word to me. I'll be taking that. We got our 25th airborne kill on the way to the 3rd tower. Flying Skulls. Now I can put that silly sword away. And honestly, it was just the exact same thing over and over. Fight skeletons, collect disc fragment, very boring. Let's get this over and done with. I've been procrastinating getting this done. I started this morning. Where are we? There was one final challenge. Locked in a square room, we had nowhere to go and nowhere to hide. So I wonder, are they going to mix up the gameplay or something? Or are we just going to do the same thing again? I mean, it was a little bit different. The environment kept shifting like we were in one of those psychedelic trips from Far Cry. Oh, here we go. Double boss. Holy. Oh. Whew. Okay. That's everyone. I mean, this should be the final piece.
Yes! Yes!
Okay, he's a little too excited. Oh, the end. What can I say? First of all, where's my trophy? Remember, we paid $30 for this content. Rise of Ghosts was pretty good, but Terramania can get delisted, bro. That shit was trash. And there's the trophy, Terramania. At this point, I was prepared to move on to get this video out sooner. I saw that the remaining playthroughs were about a 7 in difficulty and thought, we should probably save this for another time. But then I remembered I wasn't a pussy. So what was left? Nightmare and Ultra Nightmare playthroughs, which we could stack together in a single run, as well as an Iron Man playthrough, which is essentially a permadeath. Make no bones about it. Avalanche Studios has no business making permadeath modes with the state they leave their games in. Oh, I'm just so sad. You'll see what I mean. The first step though was collecting the rest of the equipment for the remaining arcs on my original save from 2019. These were never required for the platinum, but they are needed to start the New Game Plus. And we bumped up the difficulty to get a little taste of what was to come. Sure, there'll be enemies outside. Let's see how hard they hit now. Oh god. Wow. We grabbed our gear and started the campaign.
John Marshall, legendary resistance fighter, war hero.
Meet John Marshall. If we wanted to beat the game, we needed to get in his good books, so we helped him with a shitty job and entered the sewers. Gotta be on my toes here. Jesus. Here we go. Turn the valve.
Ranger Walker.
There you are.
There you are.
There you are. What we're looking at here are 3 key allies. We had to win their favor in order to initiate Project Dagger, to defeat General Cross and take down the Authority. But in order to enlist their help, we needed to get each of their reputation meters up to level 5, which meant completing certain missions and tasks for them in the Wasteland.
You think you can catch a bullet too?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Lusum Hagar, mayor of Wellspring.
Friendly, friendly. With my new sword in hand, we defended the mayor.
I need healing.
And had to make a name for ourselves in order to get a meeting with her political rival, Clegg Clayton. That involved killing mutants on live TV. Yeah, I think I remember this. Christ. I still would. Then we had to win a race before meeting up with Clegg in order to bug his computer. Imperceptible to the naked eye, the bug was seamlessly planted. Yeah, he'll never see that. But we got away with it.
Nothing escapes Clayton.
For approximately 15 seconds. Oh shit. A trapdoor was released in the elevator and we fell into the hands of a giant troll. What the fuck?
Dr. Anton Kvasir, genius scientist with a shifty past.
I remember that creepy thing. Oh man, this thing physically repulses me. Ugh. Let's get out of here. The Doctor was obsessed with technology and wanted us to call down a pod from orbit. And when we re-emerged, we fought our first Cyber Crusher. Oh shit, big boy. So what's the deal here? Because he's not taking any damage. What am I meant to do? Oh, here we go. I was getting rinsed by this dude and died about half a dozen times before finally getting the better of him. Christ on a bike. That's probably been the hardest fight so far. On the map were color-coded icons, each representing an objective that would increase our reputation with the corresponding ally. But to unlock their full support, we needed every ally at level 5. For that reason, we locked in and cleared those objectives and leveled up our rep. And in the process, fell in love with the grav dart gun. First you fill an enemy full of darts, and then you press L2 to launch them into any direction. 5 hours later, we were ready.
Try to avoid getting killed, okay?
That's his voice? That's his voice. Where is he?
Down here.
Okay, Marshall, talk. Each ally had one more wrap-up quest. We located Marshall's dead assistant. There she is. Oh. Watched General Cross order Clegg's death. And brought the head of General Cross to the Doctor. Why did they put this in here? It was finally time to start Project Dagger and bring the fight to the Authority. Their defenses were too good. Back up! Back up! Oh, what the fuck? We had to speed past the turrets and take down another Cyber Crusher blocking our path. The final boss was close. I could sense it. Also, it was right in front of us.
What will you do now?
General Cross assumed control of a Titan. Now you're probably confused. Didn't we just take Cross's head? We did, but that was a clone. I see what to do. Wow, that did... Look at that. That is ridiculous. Behold, the most bullshit boss fight I've ever had to do. That is not hyperbole either. The amount of stress I felt in this fight was even worse than when I accidentally sent that dick pic in the family group chat for the 6th or 7th time. This is honestly one of the most boring fights I've ever done, I think. It's just the same repeated pattern. I mean, look at that health bar. It's barely going down. Look at this shit. It took a mind-numbing 10 minutes to whittle this Titan down to half health in this narrow arena. From there, we got murked by ads. How far back is it going to take me? All over again? This is a joke. This was the last hurdle before the credits and our trophies. I wasted multiple hours on this guy, and I haven't even told you the worst part yet. All of this time and effort, it was all for nothing. The main issue here wasn't even the difficulty. It was the ammo situation. There's no ammo drops either, so I've got to resort to weaker weapons. This is reprehensible. No matter what I did, no matter how judicious I was with my bullets, I would always run out, while fuckface here still had at least quarter health left. F***ing hell is... After several more attempts at trying to stretch every bullet we had, it just wasn't possible. Not even close. The cynical side of me thinks this was a way to force players into buying the BFG add-on from the store, as it's a popular strat to make the fight slightly more manageable. I wanted to give up. I even wanted to cry. But then I remembered that I wasn't a pussy. So I took things into my own hands. How fortuitous that I had chosen to play the Terramania DLC before attempting this Ultra Nightmare mode. With the agility of a pangolin, I parkoured up to high ground. The geometry was janky, and we used it to our advantage. I can't believe I have to resort to doing this, but at least I've solved my ammo problem. The sword we acquired from earlier could be charged to release a very weak projectile. We were only taking off 1 pixel at a time, but the charges were infinite and I had patience. But it wasn't the perfect solution, and we weren't 100% safe from damage either. Plus, we were faced with new challenges. Some enemies were protected behind the transparent floor, so I needed to find a way to shoot around it using my limited arsenal. That's where this little guy comes in. Go for it, little fella. Do what you were made to do, thank you. But enemies became passive and hid from line of sight, causing me to take risks. Oh, and once I fell, there was no way to get back to high ground. Woo! Back in the saddle. What is it? 10:20 a.m. I stayed up till almost 3 a.m. last night trying to beat this boss. It was just getting super late. I needed to go to bed. And I thought it'd be nice to wake up to seeing the health bar down to a third. So it's just that core, I think, on the left side. My left, his right. Turn around, you big bozo. Alright, he's down. What now? Maybe grenade. Oh, that's just pushed him further. Fuck. Oh, no! No! Oh, what have I done? Fuck. Fuck me. Fuck me in the fucking ass. I'm so cooked. Oh, my heart. Oh, no. Fucking, oh, dude, I just saw one more turd over there in the distance. Yes! Oh, okay. I've never been this far. Ammo check. Some combat shotgun shells. Only 20 pistol bullets and a bit of this. Okay. I guess we're aiming for the head now. Make every bullet count. At this point, we are completely out of ammo. All I've got left is this sword. And he's got that much health. This could take like maybe 10 minutes just to finish him off. Okay? I don't know what's going to happen. Like, if we have to fight this guy, we just stomp him. Just stomp him out, please. Rip his head off. I think that's it. It's over. Does anyone know who this is? First time meeting you, stranger. Wow, what a fight. I wish I could say I was... Oh, that's it. Credits. I don't know how people generally feel about cheesing boss fights. It's one of those things I'll do sometimes depending on the situation. It's like sitting down to pee. You do it sometimes, like when your legs are tired or whatever. Give daddy those trophies.
You just rest your bones.
I'll rest my boner after winning that boss fight, god damn it. Yes, nightmare. And... I am death incarnate. Wow. The final trophy for Rage 2 was heavy boots. So Iron Man mode is, it's permadeath basically. I may have to use cloud saves in order to preserve my sanity. Take note, ladies and gentlemen. I said from the start that I would use cloud saves. Just when I thought the boss fight was bad enough. I was 6 hours deep into this run. I skipped all of the cutscenes and speed ran the game. Got the allies to level 5 rep and was on my last objective before the final mission. And it just so happens that the game bugged out. There is no autosave I can go back to. After listening back to an audio diary from Marshall's dead assistant, this is where Marshall's dialogue was supposed to trigger. Nothing is happening and we are stuck. And we were right at the end too. Oh, I'm just so sad. I wasn't alone. Legions of people also experienced being locked out of quests. Stupid me for not doing my research and cloud saving like I said I would. Here we go again, yay. 7 hours later, we were at the end of the story and I was at the end of my rope. Oh, 2 shots and it's broken. That's crazy. There it is. Heavy boots. Finally done. It was quite the journey. Many hours were spent on Rage 2, and I wish I could recommend it, but with its technical issues and overpriced DLC, I simply cannot. We got some butts. Check them out. This segment is a rapid fire of some miscellaneous trophies we unlocked on the side. The first mention in this video's bonus unlocked trophies to show is The Last of Us Part 2 for PS4. My. The gift that keeps on giving. I know a lot of people don't like this game. I happen to think it's incredible, but I'm not a fan of having to constantly replay the same game. We were only after 2 trophies to finish this list. Dig 2 Graves for completing the story on the toughest difficulty, and You Can't Stop This for completing the story with any permadeath setting. You could be a mad lad and stack these together, but that would require some serious world-class skill that I actually forgot to bring with me today. So, 2 separate runs then. First up, grounded mode. To save time, I'm just going to summarize the entire story in 10 words. Here we go. 2 tough ladies, constant death because golfing incident, unhappy ending. And that is everything you need to know about the story of The Last of Us Part 2. The permadeath run was a lot quicker. We got a sub 10-hour completion time for that bad boy, and that brought us back to 100%. But wait, there's more. I also have the remastered PS5 version on my profile, with 3 no-return trophies left from the Part 1 trophy pack, plus a gold trophy for completing the game again, this time in chronological order. Now, I had had enough of the story to last me at least until the PS7 generation, so I didn't want to beat it again, but I did, because that is what it means to be a professional gamer. No Return is a roguelike survival mode. Here we unlocked Marlene and got a trophy for killing 15 enemies with her assault rifle. We also unlocked Bill, who we used to take down a bloater with his pump shotgun. Then all we had to do was finish what was left of the Part 1 challenges before finally walking away with this trophy and another fully completed Last of Us Part 2 list. So that's where a lot of my time went. 2 other games worth mentioning that weren't technically part of the cleanup are Ball Pit, which low-key was just dopamine the game. Great at first, although a little overrated, so I started in Platinum Ball Pit, and Arc Raiders. Top tier game, I'm sure you already know that. The tension in an extraction shooter like Arc Raiders is something you just can't get even in horror games. And I'd have the Platinum 2 if it didn't have 3 glitch trophies. So I'll let you know whenever those get fixed and include that in a future video. Those are the butts for today. Let's see the next game. Rocket League. I began playing this game in July 2015 after a blind recommendation from a co-worker. I just finished playing intense AAA games like Bioshock Infinite, Witcher 3 and Bloodborne, so it was a left turn to suddenly find myself ramming mini battle cars into these oversized soccer balls. We're going to pick up the pace and tick off 15 trophies, which is really going to help us jack our completion closer to that 90% milestone. What have we got here? We got some that are like half done. By the looks of things, there were quite a few quick and easy trophies that I had never gotten around to. The Supersonic Fury DLC allowed us to simultaneously work on multiple trophies all tied to the Dominus vehicle, which meant if we played this right, we could knock out a whole lot in one stretch. First step was easy enough. Complete a game and get family not friends. But slap a decal on that bitch and we'd also pocket the Ride or Die trophy. Flames, always good, a classic. There we go. Ride or Die, and should get another one. But it gets even easier. Drift King was just a power slide. Oh, there's my trophy for drifting. And how's this for a bit of synergy? 2 trophies. One for driving 10 kilometers with the Vortex wheels, and one for 10 minutes of thermal boosting, which sounds quite passive until you realize that 10 minutes is a goddamn lifetime on the field, especially when you're trying to do it secretly so your team doesn't think you're throwing. Don't look back. At this point, my skills were still developing, so we stuck to low-level AI to avoid being bullied into a forfeit by the opposing team. I remember when this game first came out, even very early into the game, some people got ridiculously good at it, like freakishly good. Well, I was always terrible, especially at defense. I should probably get a goal now. Up. Oh, nice save, dickhead. Oh, it's open, it's open! Oh, I totally queefed it. A gold trophy was our prize for beating the AI in a season championship with our Dominus. Winning is winning, and a gold trophy for a gold trophy. You would think that after a 9-game championship, we'd have racked up 10 kilometers by now. Let's have a look at how many Ks we've done on the tires, because I was driving like a maniac that whole time. 4 miles? Oh my god. It was the last stubborn trophy on the list, but while it ticked away in the background, we moved on to the next trophy pack. Chaos Run. What do we got here? A gold, a couple of silvers, a couple of bronzes. This next set was a definite step up in difficulty. Make 50 total shots on goal. To earn the next 3 trophies, we will force onto a new set of cars. But pro level bots were also part of the deal. Alright. Oh fuck, mistimed that one. Things started off well. That's a perfect hit. That's... Alright, 2 goals. Cool, cool, cool. We even got assistance from our opponent. Oh my god. What a loser. But as the game went into overtime, the pressure hit and we fell apart when it mattered most. Bro, no. Oh, god damn it, Sticks. This is why everyone hates AI right now. Lucky for us, the 10 goals carried over matches. There it is, savage. So after some ups and downs... It's open. It's open. Oh, queefed it again. We took care of these pro-level bots using 2 different cars. Trophy spectacular. And a few matches later, ticked over those 10Ks. Then we had fun kamikazing into 3 cars before facing my online fears to win a 4v4 with a flamethrower boost. That's... What? I'm so sorry. That one's on me. I should have been there. Ooh, it's gonna be a long 5 minutes. If I don't get it on this attempt, if we don't win, which we probably won't, let's be honest, there is a way to do it privately, solo, so I'll try that. Just twice to get a point? No. I'm coming in hot. Overtime. Oh, it's going in. Oh, okay, it seemed a lot closer than it was. Okay. Now we just got to play defensive, I guess. Oh no, it's over. I don't know how my contribution was, but I'm very thankful for our team. Ruthless was the last trophy from this pack. 50 shots on goal. That's a big number. And I know you won't believe it, but I'm actually not the best Rocket League player. Probably not even top 100 if I'm being totally honest. So it was time for a private match. Ruthless. So far, so good. But then we got to Neo Tokyo. With 5 of 8 trophies unlocked, this was where I left Rocket League way back in 2017. Earn veteran status for your certified item. What the hell does that mean? These trophy descriptions meant nothing to me. They were basically the Epstein files of gaming. All I knew was that we needed a painted item and a certified item. So we jumped into some online matches. Holy shit, this guy's good. I'm gonna just sit back and watch the game. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm gonna participate. From what I've read, it doesn't really matter if you win or lose, because you're always going to get some kind of item reward at the end. That was fucking embarrassing. But there was a serious problem. The information I was going off was from outdated trophy guides written almost 10 years ago. But then I learned that you could just trade items with other players, which gave me a bright idea. Wait, no, they patched that shit out too. God damn it. After finishing several matches and receiving 0 rewards, I did some investigating and uncovered the cold hard truth. The only way to get items now is by beating certain challenges or earning Twitch drops. And yes, lucky me, there was an event happening right then. So I logged into Twitch and let that bad boy run for 5 hours straight. Remember, a painted item gets us 1 trophy, and leveling a certified item to a certain point gets us 2. But not every item is painted or certified. In fact, we only had a 25% shot at either. How did we fare? It was time to log in and find out. Budding artist. Let's hope we get the certified one too. We bagged a painted item. Ooh, got a certified. It was good news and bad news. The items popped off. We scored 3 certified items. These track how often you perform a specific action and level up accordingly. I was only hoping for 1 certification. Goalkeeper. Blocking goals is one of the only things that I had a non-zero chance of doing. But what did I get instead? Playmaker for assists, Paragon for MVPs, and Aviator for aerial goals. If it isn't obvious, I am arse at this game. So we had no choice but to slap on the Playmaker wheels and hope for the best. First assist. First of 100, I think. In the meantime, we completed a tournament match and unlocked a trophy for a total of 30 online goals or assists. I finally got the recognition I deserved and got my first MVP award. Nice. And trading in 5 blueprints got us trade secrets. As of now, we are only 8 trophies away from a complete Rocket League trophy list. And I'm sitting at only 16 of the 100 assists needed to get veteran status on this certified item. So honestly, I think waiting for the next Twitch drop for the chance of a goalkeeper item is the strat here. But let's wrap this up. Total money spent on this cleanup was $29.95. And here are the trophy points we got out of it. Our total completion is now at 88% flat, an increase of 0.31%. We still have work to do, so I hope you'll continue to join me. Thanks again to our sponsor Trophy Hunter, Kickstarter link in the description, and I'll see you next time when the cleanup continues.